Oh, here we go. Oh, excuse me. Late night tea. Oh, dear me. Oh, skewer cracky, it's coming out of both ends. Well, I just wanted you to see what I look like before I start posting videos on YouTube. I started painting the miniatures. Love it to bits. Thoroughly enjoy all the videos on YouTube that people are posting. Fantastic. Can't believe some of the miniatures people are painting. They're just absolutely fantastic. Something for me to aspire to. I consider myself a beginner at this game. My normal thing that I paint is Rembrandt, Vermeer, Old Masters, that type of thing. Miniatures is a totally different challenge, great fun, thoroughly enjoying it. So, I didn't want to be an anonymous voice behind a video, because you see a lot of videos, and as much as you enjoy them, me personally, as much as I enjoy them, you know, I end up thinking, I wonder what that person looks like. You know, they're just voices behind videos, which is, that's okay if that's what you want to do, but I mean, I thought it'd just be nice for people to see what I look like, and so for me to say hello, and yeah, it's going to be fun. That's something I never thought I would get into, making videos, but having seen a lot of the YouTube videos and what people are working on and what people are making and building and doing, yeah, that sounds fun. And somebody said, I forget who it was, somebody said, we need more videos. Come on, folks, put more videos on YouTube of what you're painting and what you're making. So, yeah, okay. So I went out and bought a camera, a webcam, and like all things, doesn't come with any software. You have to download that off the internet, which I did to my memory stick, brought it home and it wouldn't load, and it still won't load, and I've reloaded it to the memory stick and it still won't load, and I'm not going to use it because the audio is not good on it. It sounds like I'm in a high wind or near the edge of a freeway or something, and I'm annoyed, so I'm not going to let it annoy me. So I'm using my iPhone at the moment, which is far better. I mean, really. Here I am buying a Logitech camera, and I'm getting better results on my iPhone. I mean, come on, Logitech. You know, if I use the camera, I'm moaning now, if I use the camera, Windows Movie Maker, yeah, the audio just sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel or something. And unless you load the Logitech software, you can't use an external microphone. Yeah, gadgets. Anyway, this is what I'm currently painting, which is Hatbox 8003, which is the British rocket troops. So here's some of the ones I've painted. Now, I had an issue with these, well, with the figures, with the surface primer. I use Vallejo surface primer, and it didn't seem to want to stick to the figures, despite the fact that I washed them lovingly in soapy water. It didn't seem to want to stick. Maybe I should have used 2 coats. I don't know. But yeah, eventually we got there, and finished the first 12, and they look quite good on these little plastic bases, Congrave rockets on the bottom. These bases are, I bought a bag of 25mm counters off eBay. I think individual figures look better on round bases and square bases. I have some on square, but I prefer the round bases. So that was the first 12. Now the second 12, I'll get them out of the way. As you can see, let's move these. So you can see, I have primed with automobile primer, which seems to stick like shit to a blanket, which is good. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. It looks like it's worked out fine. Better than the Vallejo paint-on primer. And I'll tell you something. When you paint on surface primer, be it Vallejo or any other, with a brush, you've got to be dead careful, because you can end up with very, very fine air bubbles that you don't notice until you start putting on the color, and then you say, got air bubbles. And if you've got air bubbles and the primer's dried, you've got air bubbles. So I come to the conclusion that spraying the primer on, be it car primer or whatever, is the way to go. So that's what I've done. I've prepped and primed final 12 troopers, and they're all ready to go. So, looking forward, hopefully tomorrow, to getting some color on them. Again, 1/72nd scale, that's all I do. 1/72nd scale, don't paint any other scale. Anything else is too small, anything else is too big. Well, 28mm is not bad, I guess. But these metal figures, 28mm metal figures, for me they're expensive. You know, they're a lot of money. So like $1.75, £2 each. Some of them I saw. What's on the back of this month's War Games Illustrated? Gripping Beast Standard Bearer, £6.50 for one figure? Come on! So, I'll stick with my plastic miniatures. These are very nice, actually. They've got a nice lot of detail on them. I like these. They'll go well with the British Horse Artillery from Airfix. They'll go well. So yeah, I can't think of anything else to say now, actually. That's what I'm working on. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying. My books are falling off here. I'm trying. Excuse me. My books are falling off. I am trying to amass 2 armies. Napoleonic armies. One French, one British, or British and Allied. How far I get with this, I don't know. Whether I wargame them, I don't know, because there's nobody near me that, to my knowledge, wargames. There's no club near me. I don't know anybody else that paints miniatures. So I guess I'm a bit of a... Am I a bit of a lone wolf? Yeah, maybe. So I guess if I wargame these figures, it's going to be solo rules, wherever I get them from. But anyway, that's a long way off. I mean, I just got to get the figures painted at the moment. You know, I don't always feel like painting, what with health reasons and so forth. So it's going to take me a while, but yeah, look forward to putting out some videos, keeping you up to date with what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, how I'm getting on. I'll tell you something, going back to these hat rocket troops here a minute. Move these little figures here a minute. Here's the box, 8003 by Hat. I have an issue with this box. Firstly, the guy with the telescope, he's holding it with one hand. Now, nobody holds a telescope with one hand. It's like looking through a rolled up magazine or something. I mean, so I painted the first two figures in that position. I don't know why I did, but I did. Here's my I'll have to use my hand and hold it. Can you see that? See how ridiculous that is? I mean, it's a nice figure apart from just looking ridiculous. So, second time around, I thought I'm not going to do that again. So, I'll get this figure out here. Let's see if I can it doesn't really show up because it's white. But I'll give this figure a baton. Twisted the arm slightly and he's got a baton. It looks somewhat better than a stupid telescope, you know. But getting back to what I was going to say, this is quite a good set. Would be a lot better if they didn't give you four sprees all the same. Now I would have thought that it would have been better had they give you 3 sprees the same, and the 4th spree could have been given over to some horses on a limber to pull one of these wagons. Come on, Hat, do the right thing. Put some horses in this box. So, bearing that in mind, what I'm going to do, as well as paint those over there, I just had a shot, those 12 troopers, which are prepped and primed and ready to go. We'll be hopefully giving them some colour tomorrow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these wagons and I'm going to turn it into a limber, and I've got 4, not